presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien at TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't make assumptions. Disconcern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word, and this creates a whole big drama for nothing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 84, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are down 2, gold contract trading up 760 at 1732.40. You get silver up 22 cents, $19.18 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 50 cents, $96.42 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 7 ticks, trading 118.28. The 30-year up 29 at 140.08, and King Dollar. King Dollar right now just about flat, really, down 90 ticks, 107.982. The euro is at 100, 1-to-1 U.S. dollar. The pound, 119 to 1 U.S. dollar, $1.19 to 1, and you get the yen at $1.36 to 1. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. This is a beauty, man. This is, the whole thing is pretty wild, I can tell you. So, we come out with the number this morning. You had the hot number come in, 9.1. It really wasn't hot, as Tommy, my son, said this morning. You know, bottom line was 8.7 people were looking for. That being said, when we take a look at this market on a technical basis, what you have is this. You get down to 374 in the SPY. Well, the swing point, folks, is 372.56. So when you don't make a swing, number one, that's telling you that you want to go higher. Number two, what you're going to see out here today, we are going to get a rejection of lower price, and you're going to have lighter volume. It's with 64 million shares traded right now. You're coming into 112, so we're going to do about 75 to 80 million shares. We take a look at the S&P. Let's go to the futures, because I suspect what we're going to see here, this is going to be really cool watching this whole thing shake out. My take here is that what you're going to see, it's been trying to get through this area from this morning. We got this one pop-up. That was pretty decent. That pop there got us to 38.34, okay? Then you had the nice downdraft. The downdraft that came down, it came down hard. Did 71,000 contracts. Well, the 71,000 was going against 80,000. You know, this is where, if you understand time in the trade, folks, it's really cool, because it's both sides. It's going higher and going lower that you're speculating. Well, once you have the figure, like you get the figure, then I'm speculating, okay, where's the force? Well, bottom line is that the force is no longer downtown. And the reason being is that even when we came down hard, you still was shot by over 10%. So that's telling me, number one, we're going to make a run for this high, and I suspect we're going to run right into the close. It's going to be choppy, but that's where my head's going. We take a look at the NDX 100. First, I'll do the Qs, and then we'll go into the futures. We take a look at the Qs right now. What you have with the Qs, same type of setup. What we did with the Qs, bottom line, your swing point was $275.78. We went to 280.02. We are at 286.67, and what has happened with the Qs, The Q's have absolute rejection, man. Absolute. I mean, you know, you're going into 79 million. You're already over 3 points over the high of the low bar, and that's just telling me that the Qs are going to make the run up to 314. That's how this is set up. Gold. We take a look at the gold contract. What do you have in the gold contract? Gold contract came down this morning, 1704.50. Rejected 1704.50. We traded up to 1744. You're at 1732.50. Guess what? That's enough that gold also wants to fly. That baby here, I suspect, is going to, you know, it's going to get flack in a monster way when it starts hitting the 1804 level. But I suspect you're going to make your way up into that level. And that brings us back to the dollar, because the dollar hasn't had any big movement just yet. The bottom line, the dollar is hanging at highs out here. We have the dollar right now down 84 ticks. It might as well be, you know, might as well be up 100. Bottom line, that hasn't pulled back yet. But the way that the rest of this market is operating, meaning that the correlation is direct, folks, okay? What is, and these change, these correlations, but this has been a direct correlation for the past good 6 weeks. As the dollar goes higher, market goes lower. This market right now, the way this market is trading, particularly, this is what's so cool about this, man, particularly, you know that I had this saying, the market's job is to take the most amount of money away from the most amount of people in the least amount of time. And that number that came out this morning was about as cool as you can get, meaning that if you're basically, you know, new to the market, or, you know, you don't realize that markets are deviant, that, okay, man, huge number, oh, you're going to go south. If we get into the notes and bonds, you want to see something wild, man? I mean, this is as cool as you can get. These are the types of markets, no doubt. You can hear it. I love these markets. I love these markets. Because you can trade these markets. I was talking about this yesterday. You can get points in this market, and you don't need the lows or the highs. You get the fat right in the middle. So you can see what the 10-year did. The 10-year basically freaked out, gets down to 117.24, and guess what? See you later, man. You know, we knew this number was coming out. We could care less about this number coming out, and it's built in. This number was built in, folks. That's the bottom line. And, you know, I don't think inflation's going to back off. I can tell you that. But what the market does recognize right now, the market's trying to figure out, okay, how much further is the Fed going to go? Well, the Fed's already told us they're going to go to 2.5% to 3%. And you can see the Fed funds rate right now is laying out here at 1.75, okay? So the market now knows that. That's the reality. It doesn't mean the market's going to go ballistic. What it does mean is that the market has been building cause. The money that is on the first downdraft, the way this works, first downdraft, the money that's lost is lost. There's no more sellers there. That's what's going on. The people that sold, sold. Building cause is the next 2 or 3 months going back and forth, then I do expect that next leg is going to come down. And the way you can see how that happens is that as we go up to that higher swing point, I suspect the volume will drop once again. And as we get up there, the volume's not going to be great. But my take is we're getting there. Stay right there. Come right back. In a time of booming inflation, where your purchasing power is eroded, there's no better place to protect your hard-earned money than in gold. Vista Gold's flagship asset is the Mount Todd Gold Project in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is Australia's largest undeveloped gold project. We are talking a world-class gold project in a Tier 1 mining district. This is a large-scale, low-cost project with significant existing infrastructure in a politically safe and friendly mining jurisdiction. Vista Gold just completed the Mount Todd feasibility study, which resulted in a 7 million ounce gold reserve in a 16-year mine life. All of this, combined with the approvals of all major operational as well as environmental permits. This distinguishes Mount Todd as an attractive, de-risk partner, ready development stage gold project. Vista Gold trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol VGZ.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Well, welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 77. The NASDAQ is up 37. S&Ps are flat. And the wild thing about this 10-year, folks, so picture, the 10-year is under 3, 2.9. You know, you got to love markets, man. That's the bottom line. Let's go into the Dow Industrials and take a look at the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside this Dow out here today. And there we go. So point-wise, what we have is this. You have Home Depot putting 23 positive points, Big Mac 13, Nike 13, and Procter & Gamble 11. Taken away from it. United Health minus 63. You get Boeing minus 17. Salesforce minus 15. We go inside the NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness. You get NetEase up 4%, JD.com up 3.5%, ASML chip maker, that's up 3.5%, Qualcomm's up 2%. Take away from it, Fastenal, that's down 5.5%, Zoom's off 5.5%, and you get Illumina off 2.8%. Some of the higher volume equities out here, and we're not, well, let me see this. Let me look at this for a second. So if we take a look at the indice volume, okay, come on, start Tom O'Brien School of Typing here. Let's see. Okay, so, and I love it, man, unreal. Yep. So right now, you're at 543. And so that's saying we'll do 850, 900. Now, the cool thing here, folks, is this. Let me go to the NASDAQ. Because do you know how hard it is to go to lower price? 1 second. MVOL. And have a contraction of volume? So at 3.5, what's going to happen, let me pull this up. So 3.5, just remember that number. We're at 3.5. That means that they can do about... Okay, so I got to get into the 5th and the 30th. The 5th and the 30th. The 5th and the 30th. Okay. So volume on NASDAQ on the 5th was 5 billion. Look at that. Not even close, man. And the 30th is 5.6. Okay, so check this out, man. Folks, if you don't have time in the trade, just go to Amazon. Either that or, go to TFNN. If you go into services, that workshop that I did, you can get the workshop. You get my book for free. It's 4.5 hours to 5 hours. Let me show you something, Ram. This is unusual, really unusual, that this can happen. So, the 5th. You can see the 5th, we did 5 billion shares. Well, we're at 3.4, 3.5. We're going to probably do 4.5. you get a total rejection of price, and you have 1 billion shares less. The 30th is 5.6 billion. That is the type of action, folks, that you need in order to get a big bounce going. You know, that's just kind of how it shakes out. Let me see this here for a second. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so the higher volume equities have out here today. Oh, why is it that? Where? Come on. Let me do this. That and the results empty. How am I doing this? Sorry about this. Let me get this thing. I don't get why this is doing this. There we go. Okay. So right off the bat, when I look at this, now check this out. You can see, you know, you got a rejection out here. Apple's number one. Okay, it's only up 23 cents. You get Amazon up $1.75. Tesla's up 17.5. You get Twitter up 270. Micron's up 18 cents. No big deal. Now let's go over to Microsoft. So Microsoft absolutely got slammed yesterday, and the bottom line is that what's amazing to me actually is that Netflix. So Microsoft, so here, check this out. So Microsoft yesterday comes down with volume, comes down with 35 million. And what that was all about fundamentally was that Amazon was discounting its cloud services for Prime Day. You know, bottom line, now what you have is this, is that, you know, you're coming into 46 million as well. You're coming into 43 million. You've already done 21 million and you rejected 248. So Microsoft just has to close over 250.50, which is going to do, and you got to get another rejection of lower price with lighter volume. The mind blower here, looking at it, I can't even figure this out, is that Netflix picked Microsoft as their technology and sales partner for its new advertising-supported streaming service. Netflix plans to sell a cheaper advertising-supported net alternative to its flagship streaming service by the fourth quarter of this year. People who already subscribe won't see the ads. Those will be for customers signing up for the new tier. The bottom line is that, what's intriguing to me is that the first step that Microsoft will actually end up buying Netflix out? Because what I've seen over the last, right from DOS 1, 2, 3, okay, is anyone that does business with Microsoft gets what? It's eaten left and right. I mean, big time. So we'll see where that's going to shake out, but that's how it normally works. Let's go take a look at let's go take a look at a couple of these gold stocks, because what you have here, the real question is going to be, do we get any follow-through in these? You got Newmont, that's up 48 cents, no big deal there. If we go take a look at Anglo Ashanti, little different ball game. We get some real action there. You know, that had a low of 14.38 today. You know, you're at 15.04. You get some juice in it. You know, bottom line, yeah, we do own this in the gold report, and, you know, we'll see how this baby shakes out. My take is that, you know, the next leg up here is something like 16.5. And we'll see how it operates from that point. We go take a look at, Goldfields made a little sweeter offer on the Yamana deal, and Goldfields also got off the lows. Now, Goldfields going to have a problem at this 1057 area. Right now, you're at 940. You can see, the takeover is 0.60 of the gold shares to Yamana. And, bottom line, Yamana's getting a little pop on this also. We go take a look at Barrick, okay? So that when you look at Barrick, what you have with Barrick is that you don't have movement, man. So this is going to be really intriguing to see if you can get some follow-through, number one, in some of the equities. Let's go to the GDX. We take a look at the GDX. The GDX is not going to have a lot of movement, because what you do have is this, 58 cents, is that you have Newmont and Barrick are the largest weightings inside the GDX. So those things got to move. What we do have in the GDX right now, and I can make the case for, is that it does want to run to the $30 level, at 26. Why? Because you can see this. You have the price spread. Price spread out here today is from 26 to 27.38, and you get the volume that's accelerating. So it's going to be a cool market, folks. We get a two-way market in spades. And, what I expect you're going to see is that you're going to have a great trading market, which we've had, but it's even going to get actually better because you're going to be on both sides of this now all the way right into October. That's how this thing is laying out, man. Dow Industrials right now down 113. NASDAQ is up 16. S&P's are off 5.5. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading down 118. You get the NASDAQ up 11. S&P's down 6.5. And you know what always gets intriguing, folks, okay? And you see this happen a lot. So when you see these articles, what you also want to do is that you want to know whether the person, meaning the Fed governor, that is speaking is a voting member. So what happens, folks, inside the Federal Reserve is that there's a rotation outside. The only one that is always voted is the New York Fed, okay? There's a rotation outside of that. So what you had out here, today is that, and this has been the last couple days, but you had Raphael Bossack, which is the Fed governor of Atlanta, right? He comes out right away, man. The top line number is a source of concern. Bossack told reporters, everything is in play. Asked if it is included raising a full percentage point, he replied, it would mean everything. Bottom line, folks, he doesn't vote. So it really doesn't matter what he thinks, which is pretty amazing. And I've seen this, and years ago, I never quite understood. I said, well, why, and what you tend to see, you tend to see that non-voting members are always yapping. Whether it's going down, going up, all of the above, guess what? They don't vote. So he can say whatever he wants to say on a continual basis. Now, I can, the market itself, my take, the market itself, it can go up a percentage rate, and that's built in too. You know, that, because we all know that a heavy CPI going forward, destroys wealth left and right, destroys everything, okay? The way that I think this whole thing has, number one, been established, and number two, where we're at, is that you had the acceleration up. The acceleration up in the last 7 or 8 months has been dramatic. Everything has been repriced. That's the bottom line. I mean, if you dug into that CPI today, if you saw that CPI, did you see that wages actually went down 3%? So what happens with inflation is this. You know, we've been printing money forever. So it totally makes sense that it just got to that peak, and the bottom line is that that went overboard. That's what ended up happening in the 70s, okay? You had, Lyndon Johnson, the New Deal. I'm glad he did it. There's no doubt. I was, one of the young kids that, end up getting jobs because of that. There's no doubt about that. Then you had the Vietnam War, and then the scale tipped because guess what? Printing too much money once again, right? Now fast forward to this point. Same type of deal set up. Feed money, feed money, feed money. Bang. It tops in. Now, where do you stand? Well, once that topped in, they're talking 9%. My take is that everything went up 30%, okay? Straight across the board, man. You're talking housing, you're talking almost anything you actually need. Go to the grocery store. You can just look at General Mills and Kellogg, and those stocks are at all-time highs, okay? So what happens with inflation, first off, money goes into the market, right? Then it's the velocity of cash that goes through the system. And the velocity of cash, no doubt, going through the system is fast and furious. Then it's our perception of where it is, and then it's into the payrolls. My take, this was already into the payrolls, and we're actually going back like almost 3 months. 3 months or 2 months. Because you can see that the payroll number now went down 0.3%. Okay? So all that's baked in. Now the real question is going to be, do we get another perception? Do we turn around and say, okay, man, everyone's going to go up on prices again? And that's a close call. That is absolutely a close call. Percentage-wise, the market right now knows that the Fed first is going to go after the aspect of inflation. Now watch. If they can get it under control, let's say within a year, well, that'd be great because the last time we were in inflation, folks, okay, it wasn't under control for almost 6 to 7 years. I mean, that's where this thing went. If you're around at that particular point, it got broken right after they actually put in controls inside the supermarket, that they couldn't go up on prices anymore. And I can't imagine right now if we had something like that, because the bottom line is that even when it happened, I said, oh, this is really interesting. They can basically stop pricing rising. Overall, I suspect that's what the market is looking at right now also. So we'll see where the baby shakes out. There's a question about why I use 10-minute charts. I use them, so whatever type of charts that you use, folks, meaning time frame, right? You have to be comfortable in what you're using. And when you're a day trader, which that's moi, okay, I've used 10 minutes since 1994 and maybe 95, okay? And the bottom line is that I've used a couple others, and I got comfortable with 10 minute. What happens is this. It just depends on what you get comfortable with. And once you get comfortable with your system, then you know basically the quirks. There's always quirks in everything, man, okay? So the key is to get comfortable in your skin, get comfortable in how you trade, and you go from there. So that's how I ended up with 10-minute charts. what does happen is no doubt when we're taking a look at, daily, weekly, monthly, I look at them all. And what does happen is that when you do this long enough, I already know I know what the numbers are I'm looking for. Because I'm sure many targets and targeters know that also. Like when you just, that's how it works, man. I mean, sometimes it actually blows my mind that I can remember these numbers, man. Sometimes I just play a game with myself in the morning, saying the number to myself first and then seeing, was that the number? Because it's hard to comprehend. Sometimes you can remember that many numbers, but that's how it goes. Well, let's go take a look at the LKQ. Let me go look at the LQK. So this is going to be, oh no, one second, where is it? LKQ, all right, LKQ. Okay, so we take a look at LKQ. This is a parts place, folks, okay? So, this is not hit yet, okay? It's up 9 cents. It's going to be interesting watching this, though, because what you have here is that I suspect what you're going to start seeing is that we're going to be buying less cars. There's going to be more parts that are going to have to be put in place, and that is a parts place. That's the real bottom line. We were just, yesterday we were talking about Boeing, bottom line. Boeing went higher. It's pulling back a bit today. And this is how you want it to pull back, man. The bottom line is that you went higher yesterday, 18 million shares, and you're pulling back with 8. That's the good setup. When I was just talking about inflation, Kellogg's, General Mills, okay? Bottom line, to take a look at General Mills out here. This is good. This wants to break topside in a monster way. Now, if this breaks topside, General Mills is going to be trading out at like 90, 95. Right now, you're at 76.49. If I put this on a monthly basis, you're going to see that the further that you get away from 72, you get 4 points now. It's not bad. That's how you're going to go. And you can see last time on a monthly basis, we're up at 72, which goes back to 2016. You had volume of 70 million. Well, guess what? We start pushing. This is a perfect one to see how you're pushing into it. So watch this. The first month, you push into it with 71 million. The next month, you push into it 78 million. The next month, you push into it 83 million. It takes it out. That's pushing into a swing high with volume, and then you blow by it with heavier volume. You're going topside, man. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Vista Gold owns and operates the largest undeveloped gold project in Australia, the Mount Todd Gold Project. Vista Gold just completed their feasibility study, resulting in a 7 million ounce gold reserve. Vista Gold has all major permits approved and has retained CIBC capital market assistance in evaluating alternatives and in completing an accretive transaction. Vista Gold trades on the NYSE American and TSX under the ticker symbol VGZ. Vista Gold, executing a strategy to create shareholder value.
TFNN has been your trusted source of analysis for bonds, metals, stocks, commodities, and options for years. And we are happy to announce that we are bringing that same caliber of analysis for the Forex market. Teddy Keckstad has 30 plus years of experience in Forex trading, commodity risk management, Forex hedging, volatility, and so much more. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex report every Monday morning with elite coverage of all major currency pairs, including the DXY, Euro dollar, Pound dollar, Aussie dollar, dollar yen, dollar Swiss franc, and so much more. Teddy will recommend specific trades when the market presents them and provide updates throughout the week when warranted. For the month of July, inaugural members to the Tiger Forex Report will receive 25% off the monthly subscription for as long as they're subscribed. Just use promo code TEDDY25 to lock in the added savings. This offer is good only for the month of July, so do not miss your opportunity to save on the Tiger Forex Report. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 160. You get the NASDAQ off 7. S&P's down 13. And we have crypto. Crypto's laying out at this 19,691. And let's just see, we go look at this grayscale. So check this out, because they got denied in order to turn into a ETF, folks. The bottom line is you can see what's happening here. This is still trading at a 30% premium. And so it's amazing that, why would anyone buy Bitcoin on an open market when you can buy this at 30% discount? It's pretty wild. Let's just go look at this chart for a second. Because what we have had is that when this is actually, it's probably bigger than, look at that, that's had a nice pop. That had a pop from 62 to 68. It's gonna go after the swing low again. So what has happened, of course, inside the crypto market is that it was 3 arrows, okay, that went south. Now, that was a Singapore company. It's corporation, the headquarters in Cayman Islands. That being said, when that went south, that took plenty of other operators with it. Now, watch this. If you were around, what I'm realizing here, this is what's really a trip, man, right? In 2000, folks, right, what had happened is that, so 1998 up to 2000, what was going on is that everything was about eyeballs, and that's how accelerations were taking place. What the market didn't know at that particular point until the market crashed was that, let's say that we have 6 entities, 6 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're companies, right? What was going on is that one company was recycling to the next, to the next, to the next, and so there really wasn't, bottom line, and this was the cable that was getting laid and all this, it wasn't happening. It was all a fraud. That's the bottom line. Well, when you start reading about the cryptos, it's the exact same thing. What it is that you had platforms. So picture, you had platforms that are playing with other platforms, sucking in the retail people, okay? And it was just one big spin. So what's happening now is that because 3 hours collapsed, everyone else is collapsing. And the reason when you start reading into some of these, what you're going to see is that because they were lending money to each other, accelerating, pushing Bitcoin. Then, of course, the whole collapse comes in. When this is over, meaning, who knows when it's actually going to be over, but 6 months, 7 months, what's going to happen is that because there's so many bankruptcies, we're going to learn a lot more about the aspect of what the actual platforms were doing and why they were doing it. Because it makes zero sense. What you're going to see with some of them, that some of them are turning around and saying that, okay, the bottom line, what we had done is that we lent such and such so much money. You're going to pay us interest rates from some of these rates are outrageous. They start at 6 or 7%. They're going up to 14%. Well, guess what? All you have to do is, do 7. I don't even know how they pay 7%, because the bottom line is that they're not making any money. Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Living the dream, same as you and yours, Tommy.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Totally.
It is.
Hey,
so take a look at. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this first. The Puerto Rico, like in the summer right now, do you guys get a breeze? How does that work?
We got these trade winds constant. I'm on the beach in Condado.
Okay.
Right next to Ocean Park, and between Ocean Park and Old San Juan.
Okay.
It's a constant breeze.
Yep.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now you go, 1,000 yards off the beach, you're not going to get it that much.
No, I'm with you. That's why I was asking.
As long as you're on that beach, you got that breeze.
Yeah, the sun's hot. No, because that happens in the Caymans, which I like. It's surprising, actually. Like, what's surprising is that, and this is like Costa Rica, is actually, depending where you are. If you're, I go to Jaco, right? And that's cooler than where I am in Florida, which is crazy.
It's amazing.
That is
it's
amazing.
Those trade winds, Tommy.
Trade winds. I got it. Cool, man. Okay. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is WKEY. Okay, so it's a cybersecurity company. The low's 225, the high's 18. So let's take a look here. Okay, so they're taking in $25 million. They're losing money, but cybersecurity, no doubt, is a big deal everywhere. It's going to just keep getting bigger. Okay, so
got some semiconductor exposure too.
So, I see. Okay.
I like them when they're beaten. I like them when they're beaten down like this, Tommy.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, man. It's not bad. It's not bad. if you're looking, so what happens in something like this, folks, is this. Okay, this has been a total downtrend. $9, hit a low, about a week and a half ago at $2.25. Now, what I do with these is that, see the last time that we had any volume when it gave it up on price, it's like 386. Well, 386 is game. That's how that works, man.
That's it. That's what I was calling for.
That's
why you're worth your weight in gold, Tommy. I appreciate it.
Well, we'll see whether it gets there. Hey, man, Phil, thanks for the feedback, man.
I appreciate it. I'll talk to you fellas soon. Have a great one.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. We got the S&P is down 17. You got the NASDAQ off 14. It's pretty amazing how they composite. So here, let's go look at the NQs, because I believe they were down like over 250 or 270. So 11,479, 300 points. We from the lows, folks, we came up 300 points. That is amazing, man. And so bottom line is that that's $6,000 on that trade. That's what that is, $6,000. And you can see the future. When we take a look at the NQ, the low, the swing low there was 351. You hit 479. We go into the ES. We take a look at the ES and the futures also, so you can see it. Prior to the market opened on the ES 741, and you only made 752. When you can't take out a swing point, folks, it's a big deal. So we'll see how the rest of this is going to shake out. There's no doubt getting through the downdraft that was created out here on the 10th of June. That's going to take some work. There's no doubt about that. But I suspect we're going to get some work in here. And this is what does happen, folks. It does not take a lot of buying off lows in order to get a market going. And, it doesn't, I'm not, talking about a bull market here, but I'm talking about the aspect, that's how it works. Once that buying starts coming in, it doesn't take much to really get some movement happening. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 195, Nasdaq's off 18, S&P's down 17. We'll come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 173. The Nasdaq's off 7. S&Ps are down 15. Let's go take a look at Unity Software for one of the tigers. I'd be really careful here, man, on Unity. This is down bad with 50 million shares. You're going into 50 million, and, this thing can jump that creek in a second, man. That's how this is shaking out. Let me put this back on a monthly for a second, see what else we have here. Yeah. 2909. See, the problem with an equity like this is, you can say that, you can put in a stop, but what happens, just like these gaps down, I wouldn't be in this equity. That's the real bottom line, because what ends up happening is that can just blow by that whole deal, meaning you got the first gap in, the first gap had big volume, couldn't make it by the gap, you gap down again, guess what? It can have another gap, man. If it has another gap, it could be a lot worse than the gap that is out here today, because when you take a look at this company, you still have a company that's losing money hand over fist. It's taken in $1.4 billion and still losing 33 cents a share, and we have, so you're losing $100 million a year. Bottom line, you got to pay attention to that in a big way. Market-wise out here, bottom line, we have, you still got a rejection of lower price. You have lighter volume. This is a market that wants to go higher. If we go take a look at the SPY, what you're going to see out here, SPY did volume out here of 72 million. It's down $1.40. and you were coming into 112 million. NDX 100, same type of setup. Bottom line, NDX, what the NDX has done, that's done 65 million shares, and you were going into 79. So we're going to see higher prices. The setup is good because it's Wednesday. You know, you get Thursday, Friday coming at you, and we get the PPI, you get earnings coming in. There's a lot of stuff coming in, but guess what? This market just wants to shake it off for right now. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 in the morning. Great show, folks. Look at him, folks.